Alright, I welcome you to this new episode of the Political Hub Analysis program. This is Rodin Mugema, the Afro Pessimist. I may not go into a lot of genesis today. I have some breaking news here which are coming from the United States of America. Joe Biden withdraws from presidential race, has withdrawn from presidential race after weeks of pressure to quit. Dr. Joseph Biden Robinette Jr., the incumbent president of the United States, has withdrawn from his presidential election race and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris to take his place at the top of the party's ticket. An extraordinary decision pending American politics that plunges the Democratic nomination into uncertainty just a month before the November election against Donald John Trump, a candidate Biden has warned is an existential threat to U.S. democracy. While it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term, Biden said in a letter announcing his decision. Biden went on and thanked Harris, his deputy president, in his letter, and later endorsed her as the Democratic nominee for president. In a tweet, he said he planned to speak to the nation in more detail later this week. My fellow Democrats, I have decided not to accept the nomination and to focus all my energies on my duties as president of the remainder of my term. My very first decision as the party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president, and it's been the best decision I have made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year. Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump. Let's do this, Biden said. The president made the stunning announcement after a week-long pressure accompanied by Democratic leaders, organizers, and donors who increasingly saw no path to victory so long as the embattled incumbent remained on the ticket. More than 30 Democratic members of Congress had called on Biden to step aside. As recently as Friday, his campaign had insisted he was staying in a race. An NBC News Ipsos poll released on Sunday found that 60% of Democrats believe that he should end his run. The same poll found that nearly 76% of Democrats would be satisfied with Harris as the nominee. In a post on Truth Social, Trump has said Biden was not fit to run for president, and he is certainly not fit to serve, and never was. Biden only attained the position of president by lies, fake news, and not leaving his basement, Trump said. All those around him, including his doctors and the media, knew that he wasn't capable of being a president, and he wasn't. Trump went on to list a series of falsehoods about immigration, concluding, "We will suffer greatly because of his presidency, but we will remedy the damage he has done very quickly. Make America great again." Minutes after Sunday's announcement, Trump told CNN that, in his opinion, Biden had been the single worst president by far in the history of the United States. Trump also told the network that he thought it would be easier to defeat Harris than it would have been to beat Biden. It is unclear if any other Democrats will try to challenge Harris for the nomination, and it is still not clear whether she is better positioned to beat Trump. An NBC news poll from earlier this month showed Trump leading Biden and Harris by 2 points, which was within the country's margin of error. Harris's nomination is not automatic, and there are other Democrats there, including Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, the California Governor Gavin Newsom, and the Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, who could seek the nomination or to seek the nomination. If any of those candidates were nominated in Chicago next month, they would face the monumental task of introducing themselves to voters, crafting a campaign message, and defeating Trump all in 2.5 months. Whitmer said in a Sunday tweet, "President Biden is a great public servant who knows better than anyone what it takes to defeat Donald Trump. My job in this election will remain the same, doing everything I can do to elect Democrats and to stop Donald Trump, a convicted felon whose agenda of raising families' costs, banning abortion nationwide, and abusing the power of the White House to settle his own scores is completely wrong for Michigan." The chairperson of the Democratic National Committee, also Jamie Harrison, said the party would undertake a transparent and orderly process to move forward to choose a candidate to defeat Trump in November. A disastrous debate performance last month and his uneven public appearances since have only exacerbated long-standing voter concerns that the 81-year-old president was simply too old to serve another 4 years. Democrats media praised him after he withdrawn from the presidential race. Joe Biden has not only been a great president and a great legislative leader, but he is a true amazing human being. His decision, of course, was not easy, but he once again put his country, his party, and our future first, said Chuck Schumer, the majority leader in the U.S. Senate and one of the several Democrats who had been pressurizing Biden to step aside. In a statement, "Joe Biden today shows you a true patriot and a great American." Tammy Baldwin, the Wisconsin Democrat seeking re-election in a competitive U.S. Senate race, said it has been an honor to work with Joe Biden to deliver real, meaningful change for working Wisconsinites across our state. Throughout all of that work, I've been inspired by his decency, integrity, and dedication to service, and I'm deeply grateful for that. Thank you, President Biden. The U.S. House Speaker, or the Speaker of the United States, Mike Johnson, suggested that during appearances on Sunday talk shows that Republicans would bring legal challenges to attempt to block efforts to change the Democratic tickets. However, experts in the United States are skeptical about this, and they have said commented that those efforts will succeed. Johnson was also one of several top Republicans who called on Biden to resign the president, something Biden is almost certain not to do. If Joe Biden is not fit to run for president, he is not fit to serve as president. He must resign office immediately, Johnson said, adding that election day on 5th November cannot arrive soon enough. The Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, Trump's running mate, made similar comments on Sunday. Biden's decision to step aside, though remain a president, caps a singular few weeks in American politics, the latest stunning episode in an unusually tumultuous election season. Trump, the former president, and is a presidential candidate now and a Republican nominee, narrowly survived an attempt on his life during a campaign rally in Pennsylvania that braided his hair and left one spectator dead. Biden, after appearing for calm in the wake of attack, he returned to the campaign trail last week, determined to salvage his candidacy and once again prove his doubters wrong. In media appearances, the president was defiant, insisting that he would remain the party's standard bearer in November, bearing an intervention from the Lord Almighty, being struck by a train or a medical condition. On Wednesday, as Biden was set to deliver remarks at a conference in Nevada, he tested positive for COVID-19. The president's withdrawal pushes the Democratic Party into largely uncharted waters with its national convention scheduled to begin on 19th August in Chicago. The nominee will also have a tight window to choose a running mate to take on Trump and Vance. It is not clear how Democrats will choose a new ticket as of now. After serving as Biden's vice president Kamala Harris, the deputy president, who is 59 now, as the largest national profile of any Democratic candidate, and delegates may view her as the safest option or opinion. Campaign finance experts also say that Harris would have the most straightforward legal argument to keep the Biden campaign's fundraising haul, which while another nominee might have to forfeit that money. As of the end of May, the Biden campaign had $91.6 million United States dollars in cash on hand. In an interview with BET last week, Biden indicated that he had initially expected to serve one term, as many voters expected, recalling a pledge he made during the 2020 campaign to be a bridge to the next generation of Democratic leaders. He said, "I was going to be a transitional candidate, and I thought I would be able to move on from this and pass it on to somebody else. But I didn't anticipate things getting so divided." So that is what is happening in the United States. The news are still fresh. They are breaking news. They are still on the table. The president of the United States right now, Dr. Joseph Biden Jr., he has withdrawn from the presidential race, leaving a chance, or he has given a chance to his deputy president Kamala Harris. We don't know whether Kamala will be able to defeat or beat Trump in the coming elections, but let's wait what will come from there. Special regards goes to Mr. Roger Sareho, also known as Tata Jojo. Please, thank you very much for always listening. Musao, Mr. Kenny Mutevi, all those people around there, thank you. Extend my regards to you for always being top supporters of the Political Hub Analysis Program. The students of Mutesa the First University, both at Masaka Chirumba Main Campus and Kakeka Main Campus, plus the administration of Mutesa the First Royal University. You got a charter recently. Please, thank you very much for always following. Mr. Chivumi Najib, Mr. Prime Minister of Mutesa the First University at Masaka Chirumba Main Campus, Malcolm Ben, Hikrupas from Stockholm, Sweden, and many other anonymous listeners who are out there. I may not be in position to mention all of you. I just want to thank you for the great work you are doing. Continue following the Political Hub Analysis Program. This is Rodney Mugemadia for Pessimist. The Almighty God of all creation is great and exceedingly merciful. A very good morning